Hi, yeah, so welcome to this video, the first video in the group, all right? And I want to talk about new energy business, all right? We all know that the world right now is at a dividing of timelines. And we've got a lot of old energies that are disappearing and a lot of new energies that are coming in. And what I want to talk to you about in this video is how to take advantage of those new earth energies to propel your spiritual entrepreneur business, okay? We're at this place now where the old energies are crumbling away, so they're not working anymore in business opportunities, especially for people who are thought leaders, who are spiritual entrepreneurs, who want to propel the earth onto a new timeline. Those old tactics, those old business energies, the old earth energies are no longer working. Unfortunately, a lot of the information that you find out there about how to build a business are old energy tactics, old energy methods. And what we're going to look at in this video is how to take advantage of the new energy methods, what they are, how to use them, and how to implement them in your business. So the thing I want you to bear in mind in this video is that life supports that which supports life. And these are the new energies that are coming in. Okay, we're now in the age of Aquarius, which is the age of liberation, the age of awakening. Life right now is wanting to wake people up. And the energies that are coming in are the energies that are going to support that. And what I want you to understand is that if you imitate Source, you cannot fail. What does Source want? Source wants life to express itself, to experiment, to expand, to discover, to unfold, to transform. Okay, now the old energies are all about control. They're all about, dark things, whereas the new energies that are coming in are about liberation, freedom. So if your business tactics are based on these new energies, which are energies to support life, which I'm sure they are, because you wouldn't be in this spiritual entrepreneur business if you weren't. If that's what they are, you will be supported, but you need to be able to tap into those new energies. And that's the problem. There's not much information out there about this. So why did I start this group and why am I doing this, leading with value? Okay, I was tired, right? I went through my spiritual awakening in 2018 and I saw the new possibility. I saw the new world. I saw it coming. I could see what I wanted to do in the future. And I wanted to get my message out there, and I became aware that I was going to need to learn how to sell and talk and get my message out there and market and basically make a noise. But the only information that I found out there it wasn't helping me at all. And I was tired because I was desperately trying to get this business to work and it wasn't working. And it was tiring seeing all of the old energies, because the old energies are dense, they're hard, they're not very flexible. And I was tired of being told that the way to get ahead in my business and sell to people was to use scarcity and fear tactics. Like, I was tired of seeing all these sales pages that were like, oh, you must act now, because if you don't, then this will happen. And if you can't stay the same, because if you stay the same, you're going to, and bad things will happen. And that, although I fell into that, because that's what I was being taught how to do by my mentors, by the people that I was paying to help me, it felt wrong. That's not what I was wanting to do. I wasn't wanting to cheat people. I wasn't wanting to make them feel bad to work with me. I was wanting to help people get over the things that they were feeling, help them feel better, and using those scarcity and fear tactics, no, it didn't go with me. And as a new entrepreneur, the thing that really, really bothered me is I had something to give. I wanted to get it out there. And every time I asked somebody for help, it was like, pay me money first and then I will help you. And that was such a massive barrier for me because I didn't have a lot of money. And it's not like I was broke, totally broke. I did have money that I could invest, and I did invest in mentorship and programs. But nobody was willing to give first. And it was so tiring for me to just hear the same things over and over again. Give me money, then I'll help you. Give me money, then I'll help you. Give me money, then I'll help you. And the only thing that led to me was, who do you trust? It's like, how can you trust somebody who isn't willing to give a little bit of themselves? It's like, I've got this thing, right? And you need this thing, but I ain't going to tell you anything about the thing until you give me money. And it's like, well, how can I trust you? Because it's like, you're not being open, you're not being honest, you're hiding things from me. And it was just so tiring. So I got really pissed off with this whole situation, and I got really tired. Like, I was so close to giving up on what it was I wanted to do and help people and awaken people and all that kind of thing. And it just like, but I couldn't give up. There was something inside me that said, no, you can't give up. Your mission is too important. You came here for this, okay? And you have to find a way. You have to find a way. And so I asked myself the question, what do I want to see? What did I want to see in the future? What is it that I was fighting for? A new earth. An earth where people share, where we're not in competition, where we help each other, where we give. I envision a world where, I don't mind helping people because everybody thinks the same way. So I might be helping 20 people, but I know that there are 50 people out there that will help me also. It's a whole give and receive, a very flowy situation where, because now we live in a world where it's like, I'm not going to help you because I don't have enough myself. So if I help you, I'm going to be in lack. I'm already in lack. And if I give you what I've got, I'm going to be in more lack. So I'm not helping you. You give me first, then I'll help you. Whereas I envision a world where it's like, let's say somebody's lacking something to eat. So I give them some food, but I don't worry about giving them food because there are millions of other people that if I'm lacking food can give me food. I hope that makes sense. And so that's what I wanted to see. And I thought to myself, well, if I want to see that, how do I bring that about? And the only way for me to bring that about in my own life is for me to be the thing that I wanted to see. Okay. So that's when I began to look into these new earth energies and how they work. And what I came to the realization that we must make decisions based on what we want to see, not based on what is. Because if I make decisions based on what is currently around me right now, then the decisions that I make are going to lead me to results that will get me the same results I'm getting right now. I must make decisions based on the future that I wish to see. And that's what made me start this group. It's like, if I want to see a world where people help each other be successful, then I must start a group that helps people be successful. And trust in that if I help people become successful, they will help me become successful in return. So that's why I started this group. So what did I want to see? Like, what did I want to see in the business, in the new earth energies? So I wanted to see people leading with value, give first. Okay, so in this group, what you're going to find is me telling you, showing you what to do to be successful. I'm going to lead with value, and I don't hide the fact in this group, because I'm not going to hide anything from you at all, that I do offer group coaching for spiritual entrepreneurs who wish to dive deep into the systems and processes and really go into the new earth energies. But first, in this group, I'm going to start telling you and showing you what you need to do so you can start moving forwards. And I'm going to lead with value first. I'm going to give you things that you can use to actually start having an impact in your life. I wanted to see a world where we co-create instead of being in competition. Because it's like, I've spoken to other spiritual entrepreneurs and wary about talking because they're like, well, if I give you my stuff, then you're going to take my stuff and use it. Whereas in reality, if each of us set up our businesses in the right way, we will never be in competition. There are so many people out there. I mean, how many clients do you need, really, to live on? You don't need many. I've read books that say, if you have 100 clients that are loyal to you, you can live like a king for the rest of your life. And there are something like 8 billion people on the planet. So there's plenty of people to go around. There are plenty of clients out there. So this group, the idea of this group is that we meet other spiritual entrepreneurs, other like-minded people, and we form groups, we form bonds, we form masterminds. And maybe, for example, you work in a weight loss industry and somebody else works in a relationship industry. Well, instead of having two separate businesses, you can work together and form a complete business that helps you lose weight and have a better relationship. And then you can get together with somebody that shows you how to make money and shows you how to be self-sufficient. And so we can meet other people, have collaborations, support each other in the social media scene, because it's very difficult to get your voice out there right now because there is so much noise, and it's difficult to get your Facebook page or your Instagram page noticed because you require interaction. So we can help each other boost our things, comment, share, like, and all that kind of thing. I want to see liberation. Okay, and basically the real founding factor of me starting this group was to help you find the liberation that you're wanting through your entrepreneur business, because I see a lot of people on social media who are like, they're starting a spiritual entrepreneur business, and then maybe 6 or 7 months down the line they'll say, hey, well, this is great, I'm doing really well, but I thought I would go and work for a bit, and I'm back working where I used to work, but it's all good, because it's helping me progress. And, I like the positive spin on that. But the truth of the matter is if your spiritual entrepreneur business was working in the way you wanted it to work, you wouldn't go back and work where you used to work or go and get an old world job. So, it's like, that breaks my heart, because it's, you deserve success because you're here to bring liberation yourself. You're here to help people. You're here to give. And I want to support you in that as much as I can. All right. And I want to go away from all the scarcity and fear-based selling and get into attraction, not selling. So the kind of things I'm going to show you in this group is how to be the person that you need to be, how to make those decisions based on the person that you want to be, that will then attract to you people who want to be like you. And I'm going to show you how to lead with value, how to use your experience and your story and your message to actually bring people to you so you don't have to be selling them. Okay? So, how do we go about that? How do we do it? How do we begin to start down this entrepreneurship journey and start making change? Well, you must be that which you wish to see. There is no other way around it. You must take on those new energies of the new earth, of that which you wish to see, the timeline that you wish to be on, and you must be that person. Okay? And it's really, really simple. It's not difficult. It's like every time you have to make a decision, do that which your future self would do. Okay. Now, like, I used to be extremely depressed, and that formed part of, it was the springboard to my spiritual awakening. I was on the verge of suicide, and I used to make decisions based on the depression. So I would get home from work and I would drink and I would smoke myself into a stupor. And I do still smoke occasionally, but I don't do it for different reasons now. I use it for meditative purposes rather than obliteration purposes. But I made decisions based on how I felt then. Okay. Whereas now, and I'm not saying that I'm out of depression, I still get these like low days when I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered going on. It's like, it's still there. It's still that part of me is still there. And I love it as much as I can. But when I feel myself getting depressed, I begin to think of myself as this guy that got over that. The guy that no longer suffers depression. The guy that actually is dealing with it in a healthy way. And what would he do? So it's like, well, I could drink and smoke myself into a stupor, but I've already done that. I know that doesn't work. Would my future self do that? The person that I want to be, would he do that? Well, no, he wouldn't, right? Okay, so maybe he would. Would he go for a run? Going for a run, it really, brings my energy up. It makes me feel better. So yeah, maybe I would go for a run. Or maybe that future guy would go out into the woods and lay down and meditate and just listen to the sound of the birds. Or maybe I could go for a run and then lay down in the woods and meditate. So that's what you need to do when it comes to your business. You need to look at where you want to be and make decisions based on that future that you want to see, not on the world that you currently see around you. Now, a lot of people say to me when I say that, well, that's just fake it till you make it. It's not. Fake it till you make it is pretending to be somebody that you're not. Okay? What I'm proposing to you is that you become the person that you wish to be. You change as a person. You actually physically go through a metamorphosis to be the person that you want to be. Because really, the personality that you are is only a set of learned behaviors. It's only a set of learned responses to triggers. And all that we're doing is that every time there's a trigger, we get a different response. And you do a different response until that different response becomes your new character. And you make decisions based on who you want to be. And when you do that, the person that you want to be becomes the person that you are. So it's not fake it until you make it. Fake it until you make it is being one person and pretending to be somebody else. What I'm proposing that you do is that you become the person that you want to be. All right. Another thing that people say to me is, well, I don't know who I want to be. I don't know. How can I make decisions based on my future self if I'm not sure of who I are and who I am, and that's who I want to be? And that is, I understand that, because that's like, you need a vision in mind to be able to do that. And that's one of the things that we're going to do in this group. I'm going to help you get your vision of the future that you want to see. Okay, now, because as soon as you've got that vision, as soon as you've got that goal, as soon as you've got that place that you want to be in, then you can start making decisions based on that. So that's something that you're going to get help with in this group. Another thing that people say, the world isn't ready for this yet. Well, yes, it is. It is ready for this. The energies are coming in. People are starting to wake up. People are begging to be led. People are begging for answers. People are beginning to see what's going on around them and say, this is not right. So you may look at the world around you and see people wearing masks and getting injections and following the fear. But they're only doing it because they don't know anything else. And I promise you, if you take advantage of the new energies that are coming in and you apply them into your spiritual coaching business or whatever business it is that you're in, you will see how you begin to have a massive impact. So that's just a short video to give you an idea of what we're going to be covering, what you can expect in this group. What I want to know from you now is, what questions do you have based on that presentation? What do you want to know? What are you struggling with? What things are blocking you from moving forward? Because the more I know about the members of this group and the troubles that they're having, the things that they're going through, the questions that you have, the more I'm able to serve you and help you overcome those things. And so my question is to you, what do you want to see? Do you have a vision? What do you want to see in the future? What's your business? Who do you help? Tell me any questions that you have, struggles that you're going through, things, whatever it may be, and let me know. And I'm here for you guys. I'm here to help you be successful. All right. So leave comments and just ask questions and let me know what you want to know. All right. Take care, my wonderful warriors. Bye bye.